Stream Deck doesn't work again, of course. Nothing works. Nothing ever works. That's just the way it is. But I work a lot. Sorry for the 1 week delay in stream. A lot's been going on around here. Plus, the wife had vacation, so it just felt right that I took vacation as well. So we got a lot of stuff accomplished, a lot of stuff done. Our Christmas shopping is done. We are ready for Christmas. We are, what are we? 9 days out. 9 days out, and we're already done. So I'm pretty excited about that. No more worries. We just have to wrap shit now, and most of our stuff is already wrapped. So a little bit more work, but we're almost there. This hat is bothering me. I haven't worn my hat since the last time I streamed. I got my hair cut, and I just haven't put my hat on. So this morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to put this thing back on. God, it fits weird. I don't like this hat. I'm gonna get a new one. I'm ordering a new one today. Yes. So what have you guys been up to? What are you guys doing? What's everyone playing? What's everyone doing? Everyone getting ready for Christmas? Anyone playing games? I was on Friday. Was it? I was on Saturday night, Friday and Saturday night. Yes, for a little while. And then the wife and I watched a couple movies. We started another show. So we've been getting a lot done, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Louis, thank you for the resubbing, man. 48 months. Holy shit. This coffee's hitting good today. Real good. Let's try this again. Let's see if this works. Nope. She broken, motherfucker. So, I don't have a whole lot to talk about today. Nothing really happened. There isn't really a lot of stuff going on. Very quiet in the gaming world. Nothing really big. We're pretty much done for all the releases this year. I don't think Game Pass is getting anything else this month. It's just Christmas, New Year's, and then next year. A lot of games are being scheduled for first quarter of the year releases. And I don't know which ones to buy. 007 for sure. Hell Let Loose Vietnam for sure. But then we got Mouse coming out. They just talked about another game that's on my wish list. It's coming out in March now. So we got a lot of games. I'm hoping that this coming year is gonna be better than 2025. The games have been just really stale the last couple of years, and this year especially. Everything just coming out broken. Everything's in early access. Play tests that aren't accessible. I'm not really going to get into it, but the PUBG, they failed miserably this weekend. Not only did they not give anybody the Twitch drops because they had a problem with it, they just ended the program. But the game was just dog shit. I don't know if anybody watched the Black Budget. The game is terrible. It's bad. It's really, really bad. So I'm kind of like, okay, whatever. It is what it is, Probably a good thing that I didn't get into it because I probably would have played for all of 10 minutes and said, nope. So, and then Ascendant had a play test for 4 hours on Saturday and Sunday. 4 hours. So weird. And I didn't get a chance to get into that either because I was busy during those 4 hours. But this past weekend for playtest was a huge fail for the industry. It's too bad. But again, this is the world we live in, guys. This is the world that we live in right now. Everything is upside down, backwards. Rob Reiner passed away this weekend in very traumatic way. And the leader of our country decided to shame this man while he was, Just a reminder of the world we live in right now, guys. So hopefully next year is better. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But as far as that's really the only thing that kind of took place since I last saw you guys. There's not a whole lot of anything going on right now. We watched a couple of movies. One was the new Knives Out movie. Fucking great movie. I can't recommend it enough. Better than the second one, almost as good as the first one. Just a great movie. So That's on Netflix and in theaters right now. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Very, very good movie. And then last night we watched another movie that was on, I think it's Prime. It was on Prime, called Play Dirty with Mark Wahlberg. Great movie. The beginning was kind of weird, kind of like the whole end. The beginning was just the whole first act was weird, but then it got really, really good after that. So, yeah, I can recommend that one as well. So, Play Dirty and Wake Up Dead Man, which is the third Knives Out Knives Out movie. So go check it out. Thank you for sticking with me and my streams and all the frustrated rages on Red Sack. No, it's fine, man. It's all good, brother. I know. I can only imagine what you go through with Red Sack. So Steam got the hot fix on Friday. I do believe the consoles got it yesterday. So for anybody that played Red Sack over the weekend, did it play any better? Did it work any better? Was anything? Did they fix what they broke in the update? Louis, I can't really tell. I can't really tell from the stream if it's working any better. It seems like it's not, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if anybody can give me an answer on that. And then console people, yesterday you got your update. So have you noticed any changes since yesterday? That's the question today. I've already lost faith in Battlefield 6. It's a very, very sad situation. Did anyone hear about the terrorist attack in Australia? Yes. Friendly Jordy has a video on it. Never heard of her. At the Bondi Beach. When I read the headlines, I was like, Pam Bondi was attacking Jewish people? What the fuck? And then I had to get a little more. Yeah. One of the headlines, I didn't even say Bondi Beach. It says Bondi attack on Jewish people and Bondi or something like that. What the fuck is going on here? That was pretty sad. Pretty sad situation. Again, this is the world we live in right now. I think with the internet and the way things work out, these things are televised, and sick people just want to have their 15 minutes of fame. So that's kind of how it is. It sucks. It really does. And you don't ever hear anything about Australia at all. At all. You never hear anything about Australia. I mean, what's the biggest news story that come out of Australia this year? Is that they put like a time limit. There's a curfew for smartphones. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a fucking great idea. Not necessarily for adults, but for kids. We're dealing with that right now in our house, and it's just glued to the screen, man. We have to limit the screen time because it's just brain rot. Being on their phone 6 hours a day. Staring at a screen for 6 hours a day? Good Lord, man. And that's with the limits that we put on the phone. So I'm kind of for the whole Australia thing. the forced curfew of the cell phone. I think it's a great start. But it'll never happen here. It'll never. The corporations rely too heavily on us faces into our phones. That's how things get done here in the United States. Conquer, divide and conquer. That's how they do us. Play just fine for me. Expert opinion. Yeah, but Penguin, you haven't really noticed any problems though. Like even from the very beginning when the game was completely broken, you're like, I'm not experiencing any of this. So, so I don't know. Maybe you're just a lucky guy. Have you haven't felt any difference? Okay, guys, I started playing Outer Worlds. Finally, I'm having a blast. Yeah, the first one was great. The second one doesn't. I don't like the second one. It doesn't make any sense. Like like the mission 2, it takes you into an area that you're just not even ready for. Like it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I quietly uninstalled the game and just moved on with life. But yeah, the first Outer Worlds was great. I couldn't get enough of that game. I loved it. I played one of the 2 DLCs, but it was on console, so that when I got it on PC, none of my stuff carried over. So I'm like, I'm not playing through the whole game again just to play that DLC. But either way, that's a good game. Yeah, it's a great game. The menu is back to working again. You no longer have to force close the game. There you go. I did see that. There was a workaround that I found to get around that, you had to go into profile. If you went into profile and you like clicked on like badges, or you just kind of like viewed some crap in the profile area, you can go back to the menu and then it was working. But you had to do it every time. So if you went into a playlist, you're best just staying in the playlist, staying in the matchmaking, because as soon as you backed out to the menu, you had to go either do that little workaround, or you had to restart the game, which is, I don't know, crazy. I don't know how that made it out of their doors. Again, I don't. Are they even testing anything over there? This is what I'm saying about Battlefield. Is that the game itself is pretty good. Red Sack is the actual Battlefield portion. I think Conquest and all that. Again, I think everyone here in the world at this point agrees the maps are way too small. The maps are way too small, and the ones that are on the larger side, which is still not saying much, are kind of blah. So basically, all the small maps are the better maps, obviously, but they don't want to give us any big maps for some reason. I don't know why. Their servers, number one, probably is what is part of the problem with their 30 tick rate, which is fucking ridiculous in 2025. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. They gotta make cuts somewhere. Still a better game than Black Ops 7. Much better, much better game. But they've had 2 months now. They say they're working on things. They throw updates out there that breaks more things and fixes anything. I don't see it. So unfortunately, I had to part ways with Battlefield. Until if they decide that they want to fix it before Red Sec dies, which they have like a week maybe, then maybe I'll get back into the game. But right now it's just which leaves us with really nothing. Really nothing to play. The game, someone told us about this, one of the Game Awards or whatever the fuck it was over the summer. Some new game that has this little girl riding on your back and you hack things, and it's called Pragmata, something like that. I downloaded the demo because they released the demo for some reason over the weekend. I played all of like 3 minutes of it. It was confusing, didn't make a lot of sense, very boring, and I just uninstalled it. So I don't know if anybody else has had a chance to play it. Pragmata. It's probably because I'm playing it wrong. I'm playing it like a first-person shooter when it's not really. It's like a third-person shooter. But I'm playing it like a shooter, but it's not. It's more of a puzzle game. So I don't know. Too much shit going on. Guys, the menu is back to working. Okay. So with that being said, there's what else? What else happened? There was something else that happened over the weekend. Guess not. I don't know. Oh, that's what it was. Hogwarts. Hogwarts was the big game that Epic ended up giving out. So if you guys have never played it, Hogwarts Legacy, it's free on Epic for like 2 more days, I want to say. So you have a couple of days to get in there and get that game, and then in 2 days there's another one coming out. But we're gonna start getting some better games, I think, because this is the Christmas drops, and we usually get some decent games during this 2-week period. So keep an eye on Epic for new games coming out. Other than that, I'm kind of out of things. There's really nothing else. Assassin's Creed Mirage. I have not finished that DLC yet. Something happened with Cyberpunk as well, or another update or something like that. And that's it. That be it. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. What day is it? Today is December 16th. Today we celebrate National Chocolate Covered Anything Day. There you go. I like that. Chocolate Covered Anything Day. If you could chocolate cover anything, let's keep this. Let's keep this calm. Let's just keep it chill, okay? What would you guys like chocolate covered? Behave. My grandma's probably not here. Barbie and Barney Backlash Day. This is a good one. I don't really have any backlash for either one of them. I don't know anybody, my wife included, and my daughter. Neither one of them were really into Barbies when they were a kid. And Barney, I think everybody had a Barney phase, except for me. I'm a little too old, but I'm sure the people underneath me, anybody who's in their early 30s, definitely liked Barney. Definitely liked Barney. But I don't see any backlash. Barney was annoying as shit, but I mean, Barney was good. Barney was good for the kids. They were good for my kids. That's all I know. That's it. Two things. So how about National Chocolate Covered Barney? There you go. Oh man. So Barbie and Barney Backlash and National Chocolate Covered Anything. That's what we celebrate today. Games are having a rough year. Just so happens that it's the year Trump returned to office. Coincidence? I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is a coincidence. But you know, I mean, everything in the country right now is going to shit. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. It happened during the right year. How's that sound? With everything else that's going on, yeah. I try not to get too political on things, but it's been a rough year. It's been a rough year financially, politically. It's been a very, very tough year. So fingers crossed, it's almost over. Winter has just begun. I mean, technically it hasn't even started yet, but here in Michigan, like I was telling the wife yesterday, like I didn't even shovel with the first snow because the first snow always melts. It always melts in the first 2 weeks, and it didn't this year. So then I had to go out there and I had to dig because it was just snow on top of snow on top of snow. Yeah, that's fun. And it doesn't look like there's any end in sight here. So it's going to be a long, hard winter for us. And I am not looking forward to it. Not at all. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to stay mentally there. Because cabin fever sets in. It's started to set in now. I don't really leave the house unless I absolutely have to. The wife's like, would you like to go shopping with me today? I'm like, no. And she just looks at me. I'm like, I'll go, but I don't want to. You asked if I wanted to. I don't want to. I want to stay here where it's warm. Well, partially warm. Still cold as fuck. I would cover chocolate with chocolate. There you go. That's a good idea. I like that. Cranberries? I hated that band. Hated them. Absolutely. Chocolate covered cranberries sound good too. Little on the tart side, but that'd be good. I think that'd be good with chocolate. Fudge covered Oreos was gas. My kid likes Oreos. He loves Oreos. Actually, I should put that out there to the point where he orders the weird flavors out of like Asia. Same with Kit Kats. They got some weird flavors over there, but he orders that kind of shit because he loves Oreos. I don't know. Ever since he was just a little guy, he's loved Oreos. And yeah, the fudge covered ones are probably his favorites. They need to do like fudge covered double stuffed. You know, the old cardiac arrest cookies. Those are the best. Those are the best. So looking back on the year. I can't think of, and not one game comes to mind that I had a really, really good time with this year. The DLC for Indiana Jones was probably like my 4 hours of fun this year. I did have a good time with Red Sec when it first came out. The first week was pretty fun. The first day and a half was a good time, and then that's when we started realizing that the game was just about completely broken, but somehow still managed to get 20 wins or so during the time frame. So I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. But I'm really that's probably my biggest disappointment this year is Red Sec. That's it's the one game mode that had the most potential, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but they just couldn't get their head out of their ass and fix it. And again, going forward, developers, please hear me. Just hear me here. 30 hertz tick rate is not sustainable in 2025 going forward. You just can't do that. If you want something to be competitive and you're not going to invite everybody to a LAN party in your building and you want to do everything online, you got to have better servers. That's just, I mean, you got to. There's a small percentage of people that are just happy with things the way they are, and that's fine. But for the rest of us, we need better. We want better. We need better. We need better shit. Give us finished games. Give us polished games. Stop releasing things in early access, especially when you're, a bigger company. Indie people, I kind of understand, especially for smaller games like Surrounded and things like that. Games like that, they need that in order to, stay afloat while they're developing their game. But stop releasing these bigger companies. Stop releasing these fucking games half-assed. Stop. I might have to just quit gaming altogether and go play checkers. I don't know. Green tea Kit Kats for fire. Yeah, absolutely. Those are very good. You can find those here in the States. But there's some, like, have you ever had the sriracha flavors of either one of those? That's the weird shit I'm talking about. Weird stuff, man. Just crazy. So going forward, let's see if I can pull up if there's a way to pull this up. I want to look for like all game releases coming in the first quarter of next year. We'll go first quarter 2026. Let's see what we got here. All right. Okay. So I got this pulled up here. There's a lot of games I never even heard of, like Street Dog BMX. So in January we have nothing. In February we have Unemployment Simulator. Well, why is this 2018? Unemployment Simulator 2018. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they release that now? Okay. Fine. Romeo is a Dead Man. Isn't this a movie? Is this a movie that they're making? High on Life 2. There we go. Okay, so February 13th, we've got High on Life 2. That's a big one. Uncle Bubba was trying to get us into the play test for that, which would have been huge, but that's probably done now. We have High on Life 2. We have Reanimal, which I'm looking forward to that game as well. I forgot that was coming out in February. That's going to be a good game. The demo was amazing. Absolutely love those types of games. Sticks? Really? They're making another Sticks game? Okay. That one comes out in February as well. And then I'm not really interested in this game, but I know a lot of you guys are. But Resident Evil Requiem is coming out February 27th. No, but that sounds crazy. Flavor for a cookie. Yeah. People are suggesting the riots in 2018 were comprised of unemployed people. I guess. March. Moving on to March here. This is the big month right here. This is for me and y'all. We've got 007 First Light. Okay, they don't have it in here. So this isn't a complete list, but Mouse Detective, Mouse PI, that's been slated for March, unless it's been pushed back and I'm not aware of. April, we've got, that doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, so this is not a complete list. As far as I knew, Hell Let Loose Vietnam was coming out late March, early April, wasn't it? Right now, they got nothing in April. Yeah, this is not a good list. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, that comes out May 29th. And then there's nothing until November. Currently, Grand Theft Auto 6 is slated for November 19th, but you know that's going to be pushed back again. And then here we have all the undated, which I don't believe this for a second because some of these have already got dates. I don't think they've updated their list in a while. Bolt Action coming to PC. Yes, that game actually looks pretty good. Crisis X. Oh, that better not be another reboot of that last X game. Directed. Evil Inside. Fable. The new Fable. Yeah, that's a ways out too. Inzoi. Didn't Inzoi already come out? John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Now I thought they had a release date. That's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna be playing co-op with everybody and anybody when that game comes out. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumber. Dude. Does anybody remember Little Nemo? This was an NES game from the 80s. Little Nemo and the Dream Master or something like that. You were like you fell asleep and you were in a dream and you had to jump around from on the beds and it was a platformer. It was a cool game. It was different. Smokey, good morning, man. What's going on? Mad King Redemption Marathon. We know that's coming out. I think Marathon. They already announced they're coming out in like March. So I don't like this list, but anyhow, Marvel's Wolverine. That's only going to PS5. That's strange. So everybody else is like, okay, we're just going to release all of our games everywhere, and PlayStation's like, no, we're still fighting, we're still fighting the good fight here of the console wars. They're not fighting anybody, by the way. So we're going to keep all of our console exclusives. Wow. Can't let go of the past, apparently. This one here, a Mouse PI for Hire. Now, this game, again, already has a release date, but it's still showing it does not on this website. This is GameSpot, never mind. That's why. I think GameSpot's run by 3 people now. Let's see what else we got here. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Is that a remake? Yeah, because, I mean, we also have the Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The remake, the remaster, that's got a release date of February. So this thing's all fucked up. When was the last time they updated this thing? There we go. Let's see if PC Gamer can do it any better. I mean, technically PC games are better, but yeah, this is only showing the big games. Oh no, here we go. There we go. Oh yeah, much better list here. Code Vein 2, whatever that is. Echoes of Elysium? Is that it? Could someone look this game up? Echoes of Elysium. Is this like a follow-up to Ring of Elysium? The BR, yeah. I hope not. No, this one says it too. Unemployment Simulator 2018. That must be when they started development. Painfully realistic adulthood survival sim. Oh man, Deus Ex Remastered comes out. Yeah, see, this is a much better list. Deus Ex Remastered comes out on February 5th. Romeo's a Dead Man, there it is again. High on Life, Reanimal, Styx. And then Resident Evil Requiem. That says it's only coming out on Steam. Is that right? I thought the new Resident Evil was going everywhere. That can't be right. Can't be right. March, moving on to March here. World of Warcraft, that game's still going strong. That game's been out for like 25 years or something like that now. 22 years? Fatal Frame 2 remake. Oh, it says Steam because this is PC Gamer. That's why. They can't be friendly enough to say, you know, what other systems it's going to. I get it now. I get it. Okay, so there we go. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is coming out March 12th. Mouse is March 19th. Told you. 007 First Light, which means that April must be Hell Let Loose. They don't have that out there either. Oh my God. And then I thought Halloween was coming out early in the year, but this is saying Halloween's been pushed back to September 8th. Makes more sense coming out closer to Halloween, but I thought that originally this was slated for a February release. I don't get it. Grand Theft Auto. It specifically says crime returns to Vice City, but not on PC. This is going to be the biggest disappointment of 2026 right now. I'm already telling you. I'm just Nostradamus here. That's what I'm going to start calling myself. Nostradamus. Nostradamus is telling you right now that if this game releases next year without a PC version of the game, it's going to be the biggest disappointment of 2026. But I think it's going to be pushed back again. I do not think we're going to see GTA 6 until 2027. January, February. Games with a confirmed 2026 release window, but not an actual date. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thev. I know a lot of you guys in here have mentioned Ace Combat before. I remember playing this back in the 360 days. Not bad. Not bad. Just not my type of game. They weren't bad, though. Looked pretty good. That comes out sometime next year. Ascendant. This is the one that just... this is the extraction shooter that just had another playtest this past weekend. That game's been in development for a while. I mean, the very first playtest I was involved in was like a year and a half ago. So that one comes out next year sometime. Exoborn actually should be out next year too. Let's see if it has a... No. Wow. Exoborn is another one that's been in playtest for over a year. That's interesting because the game seems pretty damn well polished, especially considering what we've got this year. If you've been involved with Exoborn at all, the game runs really fucking good. Much better than Red Sack, that's for sure. Blood of Dawnwalker, Battlestar Galactica. We got a lot of games coming up. Bubsy 4D. Now, I will play that game. I probably won't buy it. If it comes to Game Pass, I will 100% play that because the original Bubsy, if anybody here is old enough to have played Bubsy back in the day, it was a weird game, but a cool game. Clockwork Revolution, a steampunk time-traveling FPS. That sounds interesting. Okay, so I saw this the other day. Control Resonant. This is another game in the Control world. Now, everyone remembers Firebreak, which is the last game in the Control universe, did not do very well. So, we'll see what happens with this. Trippy Remedy sequel with Dylan as the protagonist. So, that'll be interesting to see. This goes back to the Control type game. Third-person shooter. Yeah. So, I'm excited about that one. Anything that they do is amazing. Which Firebreak was good. Firebreak was good, but they couldn't figure out how to add voice communication. I don't know why. But if they would have, I think that game would have done very, very well. The Cube, multiplayer RPG shooter around a giant cube. Okay. Dark Switch. Deer and Boy, cinematic platformer with a deer pal. Okay. Den Shattuck. That's the train. That's the train game that plays like Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio, whatever version you played back in the day. That'll be interesting. Good Lord, Smokey's got a whole bunch of stuff here. Desperados 3, Total Warhammer, Chicken Please, Paint It Red. What are all these? Combat 11, Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. Epic list of games dropping. Oh, these are all the games that Epic is giving away? Okay, awesome. There's a couple in there I wouldn't mind. Slime Rancher, remember that game? Echoes of Elysium is a co-op airship survival RPG where players build, customize, and pilot their own... Okay, that's not it then. Okay, good. Ring of Elysium was a BR that contended with PUBG, but it was only available on PC. And that was part of the reason why I didn't live very long. Because people on PC were already playing PUBG. If they would have ported that to console, I think it would have done it much, much better. Because when PUBG came out, we didn't have a lot of options on console for BRs. You had Fortnite. But other than that, that was it. And then they started dropping, but most of them were on PC. Directive 8020, Edge of Memories, End of Biz, Engine Fall, Fable. Oh, Fable is coming out next year. We'll see. Gears of War E-Day. Yes. That should be midsummer. I would say August. They for some reason they like the Gears of War loves August. I don't know. It seems like most of the releases are always in August. So that's my guess. Gothic 1 remake. Never played Gothic. I do remember it though. Toxic Commando. I am Jesus Christ. Well, wait a second. It's a first-person savior. That's what it literally says. That's great, dude. I gotta look this game up. There's no way. This has got to be a joke. It is. It is a real game. Holy shit. Walk in the footsteps of Jesus in this immersive first-person retelling of his life from birth to resurrection. Wow. That's great. So you leave wait, hold on a second here. We got to do something. All right. YouTube's commercials are just too much. All right, oh yeah, that's right. The stream deck doesn't work anymore. Let's do this so you guys can watch this crap. Anybody gonna watch Avatar?
Critics rave. It's by far the best Avatar movie.
That's not saying much because I think Avatar sucks.
PG-13. Get tickets now.
Jesus, your time has come at last, unbeloved child of God Almighty. You must seek out a man by the name of John the Baptist. He resides in the neighboring area doing many baptismals daily. He shall serve as the starting point of your journey.
Oh, I'm not watching 30 minutes of this. Here.
Maybe she can help.
To start your search there.
It's a lot of talking. Okay. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. All right. All right. Okay, so it's a legit game. It is real, and it's coming out next year. It looks like it looks like let me see who's involved. Space Boat Studios and Simula. It looks like Bethesda or Obsidian. Is that Obsidian? Grab the fictional character Jesus Christ and made him into a Fallout character. That's what it looks like. It's Jesus Christ Fallout. I love it. That's hilarious. Okay, so moving on. Marathon, again, I thought Marathon had a release date, but this is saying that as of right now, it does not have a date. So, and then they had their most recent play test over the weekend, which nobody heard about. Because I think at this point, I think most people just don't care about Marathon anymore, which sucks. But you know, it is what it is. Outbound, Out of Worlds, Outward, Railborn. Been waiting for that game, the Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah. My brother-in-law will definitely want that game. So there you go. There's a birthday gift for him whenever it comes out. He will definitely play that game. Spoiler alert, watch out for the Romans. Right? We kind of know how that story ends, don't we? Oh, God. Literally. Oh, God. Road King, Sacrifice. Scott Pilgrim X. Solar Punk. Star Wars Galactic Racer, a racing adventure in the galaxy far, far away. That sounds interesting. Okay, speaking of Star Wars here, let me get away from this for just a sec. We'll come back to this list and look at some more. But there's a rumor. Again, this is a rumor. So rumor alert. That Star Wars Outlaws is going to be dropped on Shadow Dropped or just drop period, whatever, on Game Pass before the end of the year. So in the next couple weeks, supposedly this game, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I know the game didn't do too well, and it's probably old enough now where they don't have to worry about losing sales. So what do you guys think? You guys think that that's plausible? Inconceivable. Do you think it's plausible that that game could drop on Game Pass? Because I'll play it. I mean, even though I hear it's not very good or whatever, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I played Jedi Survivor, which I think was one of the worst fucking Star Wars games in a long time. I'm willing to give it a shot, but what do you guys think? Would you guys play it? Star Wars pod racing game looks sick. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I played that game way back in the day on the 64, and then they did a remaster, or remake of the game a few years ago, and I played it again. I think it was on Game Pass. The Galactic Racer, Racing Adventure. Okay, that one right there. That one looks. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's have a look. See. Oh, you could be on on the bikes, the speeder bikes. That's crazy, dude. I loves it. Here. God damn it. I wish this thing worked. All right, let's check this out.
I want it back. The way it was before the Empire shut it down. Massive engines. Lightning fast. Lives on the line. The pilots were incredible. Best of the best. United by one beautiful dream. The galaxy needs racing.
That hold on. The first person camera mode looks fucking amazing. But you know they're gonna have both. They'll have the the selfie stick mode behind, and then they'll have that first person mode, which would be amazing. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I love me some Star Wars, man. I like more of the books and the comic series and the shows. The movies, like the first three, which were technically 4, 5, and 6, were amazing. The prequels I didn't like, and the last three that they gave us were just not good. I don't know. I like Solo wasn't bad. I think they picked the wrong actor for it, but I kind of like the whole storyline there. And then like all the shows have been amazing. Andor was fantastic. I don't know. The main storyline just not there for me. But I do like Star Wars quite a bit. Ever since I was a kid, really. But I don't know. I'll never watch Star Wars. I mean, watch 4, 5, and 6. The other ones, I mean, like if you want the full story, watch all of them. But I would actually recommend not even watching the prequels, watching Clone Wars, dude. Clone Wars was fucking awesome. When that shit came out, my kids were still pretty, little. And we used to watch Clone Wars every week when it came out on Cartoon Network. Star Wars Rebels, another cartoon, but great stories. It's all their side stuff is way better than the main storyline itself. And then, then you venture off and you get away from the whole fucking Jedi nonsense and you get into the real people behind everything. Great. A lot of great stories in there. So Mandalorian's great too. Mandalorian's really, really good. Great character, but they did a really good job with him. But there are many, many, many other characters that are much better than him. No offense. But yeah, there's a lot of great stories in the Star Wars universe. It's just the main storyline ruins it for a lot of people. So, Free to Escape, good morning. How you doing, man? got to make sure to watch Clone Wars movie and cartoon together. Yes, absolutely. We saw the movie in theaters, and then the show released after that, I do believe. That was where they're trying to get Jabba the Hutt's like kids back to him, like, or one of the kids came up missing, or I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but when they get into the storyline, where Anakin is teaching Ahsoka, that's where things get really, really good. They're in the middle of the Clone Wars, and just the whole storyline there is amazing. So there we go. Let's get out of that. Stupid Never Dies. No, that's a game for me. Speedy action RPG with ex-Capcom devs. Okay. Subnautica 2. I thought they canceled that game. Super Meat Boy 3D. That game's been out forever. Tears of Metal. There Are No Ghosts at the Grand. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis. I'm excited about this game because the remake or remaster of the original 3 games, as far as graphics went, great. Controls, they fucked up. The clunky controls from that game from 30 years ago didn't cut it. So seeing that someone's remaking the entire game, I'm excited for that. I'm very, very excited for that. But that was one of the main reasons why I just couldn't finish it, and I ended up getting a refund on that game, just because when you're talking remaster, reboots, whatever, you gotta fix the controls and the camera angles. If you guys probably all remember, the original Tomb Raider was one of the most frustrating games because of the fucking camera angles. But that also was during, Resident Evil times, and yeah. Those fixed camera angles, and then you walk into a different room. So when you're pressing up on the, whatever, and you're going into a room, as soon as you get into that room, the camera's on the other side of the room. So now up is all of a sudden going left. So now it just didn't make any sense. I hated it. So I will be excited to see that game. Valor Mortis, Souls-like FPS with Ghost Runner creators. Okay. Vice Undercover, 80s drug lords take business online. Okay. Warhammer 40K. I don't think we're ever going to get away from Warhammer. Warhammer is always going to be releasing a game. WTF, Waifu Tactical Force, anime PvP FPS with meta base building. That there's a lot of words in there that I don't like. PvP is okay, and FPS is okay, but anime? And what is meta base building? What does that even mean? Are we just throwing words together? Zero Parades. Okay. Announced games that could still surprise us. Okay, so Arc 2. Man. Didn't that come out already? Wasn't that already in a early access? Atomic Heart 2, never played the first one. I don't even think it's on Game Pass anymore. Started it several times and never got past the tutorial. Death Stranding 2, Exodus, Light No Fire OD, Hideo Kojima's collaboration with Jordan Peele. Ooh, that might actually be interesting. OD, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. State of Decay 3, been waiting for that game. What? Okay, let's just look this game up. I'm not even gonna say what it is. There's no way. Please be good. Please be good. Please be please be good. All right, here we go. Let me Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know what kind of game it is yet, so all right, let's try this. Spoiler, but the time travel ruins so much of the story. The Clone Wars was way better. The Empire versus Rebels. All right. Bear with me here. Let's see. Hopefully this is good. Please. Fingers crossed.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Ghostface is my favorite too. That's it? That's all we get? No, I want to see some gameplay. Okay, so yeah, that's not as good as the original. I was hoping there was going to be a remake of the Enter the 36 Chambers game that they had, or whatever it was, whatever that Wu-Tang fighting game was from the PlayStation from what, like 98, 99. That game was sick, man. It was a four-player fighting game, which was amazing. And every one of them had their own fighting style. Old Dirty Bastard had this drunk style, comes in like Jackie Chan. You know, ever seen the Legend of Drunken Master with Jackie Chan? Second one was the best, but yeah, those are great movies. Yeah, I'm excited, man. They don't really show us a whole lot. It looks like it's two different art styles. Like you get like this more gritty, more realistic looking like stages, but then the character is like cell shaded anime. That's kind of cool. So we'll keep an eye on that one. To be announced. I'm putting that in the wish list. Absolutely. That's gonna be badass. Okay. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. that now I'm really excited. Yeah. All right, that looks like that's it. So this list is better than the previous list, but it's still not complete. There's some stuff missing in here. But those are all the games I'm looking forward to. And a lot of videos of what's coming up and stuff like that. So, but I don't see anything there. Not one person, not one of these lists has said anything about Hell Let Loose. Do they have a... Have you guys seen the video for Hell Let Loose? Do we even have a... Oh, I don't like this guy. Oh, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna watch. There we go. From Hell Let Loose, right there. Okay. Why is this video 5 minutes long, but all the other ones were a minute and a half? All right, let's just go to this one. Ooh, we can do it 4K? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's do this.
Peggy 16.
Peggy 16. Oh, you can drag your players. Dude, I can't wait to pilot one of those choppers, man. Can't wait. It'll be great. It's gonna be amazing. Unfortunately, we have to wait. So last I heard that was an April, May release, but there's nothing solid net. I don't know why. They're probably trying to work out the kinks and all that stuff. So that's coming next year. A lot of good games coming out next year. Now that we've looked at the list, especially the first quarter, we're getting Reanimal. What was the other one I was talking about? I'm losing it. Mouse PI, 007, Hell Let Loose. Hopefully, will be probably second quarter. We got Gears of War coming out sometime next year as well. State of Decay 3. So there's a lot of games that are coming out next year that hopefully will make up for the lack of good shit this year. This year has probably been the worst year in gaming in a long time. 10 years or so. There were just a lot of broken, crappy games released this year, which sucks. Subnautica 2 is very exciting for me. There you go. So State of Decay 3. Yes, I'm actually interested in that game too. I played a little bit more of 2 after Surrounded kind of ended, and there wasn't really anything. I went and played some State of Decay for a while, and I was actually starting to get used to it, starting to have some good times with it. There's a couple things I didn't like about it. Probably just the backpack space, but that was what makes it so grueling. Is that you can only carry so much. You had to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, it wasn't a bad game. So I'm looking forward to what State of Decay 3 will bring to the table for everybody. That I'm hoping will be good. So, all right, I don't have a whole lot more to talk about. I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. I'm gonna look over my notes because I thought I had a few more things written down, and that's in the kitchen. So I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. I'm gonna take a look at my notes. We'll come back and we'll see what else we can get ourselves into. Don't go anywhere. I found it. It's Marathon is coming out next year. I knew it was in the first quarter. Okay, so I guess people haven't updated their shit yet. But as of yesterday, Bungie is confirming it'll launch it says PlayStation 5 and PC, so it's gonna miss Xbox. That's weird. In March next year for £35. I'm assuming that's $40 American. Yeah, looks like it. So and this is through Eurogamers is one talking about this. So it has been confirmed for March for $40. So I'll be picking that up just to check it out. I like the new price point for a lot of these extraction shooters. The $40, I think, who started that? Was it Helldivers? I think Helldivers started that whole thing. A smaller price point, and then they sell you battle passes and skins and all that shit to try to recoup what they can. But I think that's a great idea, is just, for some of these games to release at the $40 price point to get people in the door, and then you use FOMO to get them to purchase more. So, and it seems to be working with this Raiders of the Ark game. I don't know how well it worked with Helldivers, because I don't really pay attention to those types of games. But Marathon, and then Exoborn is another game that's going to be at that $40 price point as well. They haven't confirmed the price, but they've been talking about it a lot in the playtest and stuff. So I think it's a great idea. I mean that gets people with smaller budgets into games, and then they don't have to buy anything extra, but that gets them into the game, which I think is the problem right now. Is that they keep raising the prices of games, and people with smaller budgets, and especially the way the economy is right now, that's kind of where things are going to be. So it's good that some games are lowering the prices to try to get people in the door. So $46.95 for £35. Okay, I think it's a $40 price point though, regardless of where you go. That's an odd number. Which means that for other countries, they're actually paying more than what we're paying for it. So either way, I'll be definitely picking that game up. Same with Exoborn if that comes out next year. As of right now, there's no news on that. They don't even mention it anywhere, which is crazy. Like, nobody knows about this game. But the Raiders of the Ark was the same thing. Nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about this game until they did this playtest up against Marathon beginning of summer, and then all of a sudden it was on everybody's radar. But yeah, that game, Metal Josh and we followed that game for quite some time. But it is what it is. That's kind of what happens over the course of development when the game is first announced, and then when it finally releases, it's something completely different. Routine, for instance, this game has been kind of in the pipeline for like 12 years. It was announced in early teens, and it changed dramatically over the last 12, 13 years. It's not even close to what they originally imagined. It's similar, but not even really close from what they say. So that's just kind of what happens. So when the Raiders of the Ark game was being pitched and they were talking about it, it was something completely different than what we have now, which is a bummer, because it sounded like it was going to be amazing game, and then they went and they changed it. So, which, I mean, people are still enjoying it, so good for them. But man, there's a group of us that were just waiting for this game. Wah, wah. Oh well. So there you go. There's the news there. I wonder if they have a new video. Has anyone been keeping up with Marathon at all? Probably not, just me. Because I'm the old guy in the room. That's kind of how it goes. 22 hours ago. Oh, this is a Vision of Marathon. It's a Bungie VDoc. So it's kind of explaining it's a long video. And then it's a lot of opinion videos. Everyone's got a fucking opinion on everything nowadays. Angry trailer reaction. No one knows who Marathon is for. Not even Bungie. Like these things right here. Okay, so they don't really have It just they don't have like a fucking preview or anything for it, unfortunately. It's just some video documentary explaining what they've changed over the last 6 months and this and that, blah blah blah. So don't care about that, but that will be purchased on day one. My neighbor just got arrested. She's an 80-year-old Chinese lady. Said she woke up in the middle of the night and took sleeping pills. That showed up and said she went for a drive after that. Sheesh. The hell? That's weird. Huh. Is that like an ICE joke or something? Did she get detained and deported or something? I have a lot of friends on the force. I was talking to them. Her husband died a few years ago. Going to go pick her up from the police station in an hour. I still have no idea. Are you being serious? Is this a joke? I don't. I'm waiting for the punchline at any moment here. Oh man. Anyhow, that was kind of out of left field. I'm waiting for Mark for Life to tell us a joke here, man. All right, that's all I've got, guys. I got nothing else. Anything? What are we doing this week? What are we looking forward to this week? Anything going on? I'll be in Louis' streams all week. Probably sitting here in this exact spot, editing videos and getting things done. I'm probably going to be on almost every night this week. I know I say this a lot, but if you guys are interested, I mean, I'm always available. I'm usually always available, so. I'll probably be playing a lot of Gray Zone. Be playing a lot of Gray Zone this week, and I think that's it. There's really nothing. I got nothing, man. It's just the dry season, man. Nothing. Got nothing. I wish the Ascendant playtest was running this week instead of 4 hours on the weekend, which was ridiculous. Yeah, I wish I would have had access to Marathon. I don't know, wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up faster. But got nothing. Raiders of the Ark, big update today. All right, you guys have fun with that. I say boot up OGO in real term. Nah, I'm just not playing games. I told my wife I'm getting to the point where I have to force myself to play, and that's not fun to me. That's not fun to me. I miss the days. Seems like there's always been a game that I've either been playing or looking forward to. And right now, all I'm doing is looking forward to games. There's really nothing out right now. There's no current games. So I go back to Gray Zone and I help newbies, and I'm like a tour guide. I'm a Sherpa. I'm the Gray Zone Sherpa, man. I go in there, I buy people, weapons they don't have access to. I take them to places they don't have access to. I try to, that's basically what I do now. But, that gets boring after a while. So the wife and I we're going to start catching up on movies and shows and everything that we said we were going to do over the summer. So now that we're stuck indoors. But yeah, looks like our first big game comes out in February. So it's going to be a long couple of months to get to that point. Yeah. All right. I'm going to quit delaying here. You guys all have a fantastic day. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to work on a bunch of stuff and, try to get some videos out to you guys as soon as possible. Everyone have a fantastic day. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace out.